just gonna flip the hair back and it's gonna cover that track. And yes, we came up with a better, more efficient way of creating an illusion part. That's right, we're doing an illusion part with clip-ins without using a crochet hook. Super easy and beginner friendly. So if you want to see how we made this happen, make sure you stay tuned. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is brought to you by CurlsQueen. I was super excited about this review because you guys know I'm rocking a natural pixie. It's getting hot out and I still love to switch it up. So I was excited for them to send over these clip-ins. This set of clip-ins is their water jerry curl texture in 18 inches. Here's what it looks like fresh out of the box. It is nicely packaged and of course came with some additional goodies. My first impression is that this hair texture resembles my natural curl texture when it's dry. The website describes this as suitable for curl patterns of 3C4A, which is right on target for my texture. The set comes with 10 pre-cut wefts. I got 2 with 5 clips on them, 2 with 4 clips on them, 2 with 3 clips on them, and 4 of them with 2 clips on them. The clips are not only sturdy but sewn on very well, so you don't have to worry about them moving or shifting around. Before I wear them the next day, I co-washed them so that I could let them air dry overnight. This is what it looks like wet. I had no issues with brushing through the wefts. There was little tangling and absolutely no shedding. Here's a side-by-side of it wet versus dry. You can tell the shrinkage is definitely real. To get more definition in the curls, I set each weft with my Design Essentials curl enhancing foam, and I shingled the ends with my shower brush. I would not recommend using any boar bristle brushes for this. You'll want to stick to some kind of detangling brush to get those curls defined. And then to let it air dry, I just set everything in my little extension holder here. It has like little suction cups on the back, and I just attached the extension holder to the ledge of my shower, like kind of hanging over the tub, and I let it air dry until the next day. Here we are the next day. The hair is completely dry. It literally took all of 24 hours. I checked it periodically for it to dry completely. If you have a hooded dryer, this could speed up the process. To maintain them daily, I would just spritz them and comb them through with some water, put them back in my rack, and they'd be ready again for the next day. But anyways, this is my little curly pixie. I'm gonna leave it as is in the back. That way the clips have something to attach themselves to. And then for the top, I'm just going to rubber band everything down to make this super fast. This install, I've actually installed these twice already, and it's only taken me about 10 minutes each time. That's how simple this is. So honestly, I adore the pixie lifestyle. Like, I can switch my hair up however I want to with the quickness, and then when I'm done with it, I just take it out, hop in a shower, and my hair is dry in 20 minutes. But sometimes I do miss my long hair, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go on another hair growth journey just to see how fast I can grow it to waist length again. Now keep in mind, last time I did this journey I was in my 30s, but now I'm in my 40s and the hormones are just a little bit different. I don't plan to be a product junkie because I wasn't a product junkie last time, so this is gonna be interesting. So if you're new to the channel and want to join me on this crazy journey into perimenopause life, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload. For this part, I purposely did not speed up the video so you could see exactly how fast it was to install them. The first 2 rows I did with the 3 clips. The clips are actually really sturdy and soft, so there's no pulling or tugging on my hair, which I really appreciated. I just followed a horseshoe pattern all the way around until I got to the top. And low-key, when I got about halfway through, I was definitely already planning to do this in like a Fulani style for sure. The great thing about clip-ins is that you can easily just snap it on and snap it off, so it really just depends on what's happening that day. If you got to get it in, you can get it in where it can fit in. So I can already see how beneficial this can be when traveling, especially for somebody like me who has a natural pixie. I love water activities, but I hate having to dry my hair afterwards. So I am so looking forward to going snorkeling in my natural pixie and then just slapping these clip-ons in when I need to go to dinner at night. So you see where I'm going with this? This is also a good reminder of how effortless life can be when you choose hair textures that match your hair texture as close as possible. It makes blending so much easier. I was able to do a flip over leave out method in a matter of minutes every day this week, and the amount of compliments I got on this hair because it looks so natural, insane. Right here is where I got the idea to do Fulani braids. I am most definitely going to do that this summer. The hair texture matches mine so well, I was able to just snap it on and go with some leave out. But because the tracks are still showing on the weft, hiding the last track can be a little bit tricky, especially if you have a fine hair texture. I tried to do the crochet method with a crochet hook and it just frustrated me because the hair is just so thick and it was tangling every time I pulled it through. So I had to come up with a more efficient way of doing this and a faster way of doing this. So this is what I came up with. So we're gonna make sure that we leave a little space right there for the last 2 tracks. And then before we add the last 2 tracks in there, I'm gonna separate a little bit of the hair from the track before it, and I'm gonna flip it all the way over across my part. You see how this hair texture can be a bit tricky to do the crochet method? You're gonna end up with a tangled mess, but since it's just a small portion, that's an easy fix at the end. You should have an even layer of coverage and just pin it out of the way. Then I'm going to take my last 2 tracks and I'm going to pin them as close to my part as possible. Once the last 2 tracks are secure, I'm going to flip over the leave out hair and then fan it out to cover up the track. I found this method to be a lot easier and faster than the crochet method. So yeah, now that I've come up with this method, I'll definitely be using this when I try the Fulani style because you'll be able to cover up the weft in the back as well. To polish everything off, I went in with some Eco Styler to define my leave out, but I do have some colored pieces in the front, so I let that dry for just a little bit and then I defined the rest of the hair that I had frizzed up a little, and then I went in with my colored hairspray to help my leave out blend in better. Again, this is the Water Jerry Curly Clip-Ins in the length 18 inches by CurlsQueen. All of the information you need about this hair will be listed in the description box below, along with a fun discount code. As always, if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and share it with a friend. Special thanks to our friends over at CurlsQueen for sponsoring today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!